Alright, live video, take 2. We'll see if I can get this set up right this time. I've got a camera mount and my camera's shooting directly down and it's messing with the way the camera's filming. So let's see if we can get this one worked. I have a computer off to the side here that I am looking at so I can see what you all see, but there's a delay, so it doesn't always come up right away. Maybe. Now it's upside down the other way. Oh my goodness. Hold on. What a mess. I thought buying this camera mount would be cool. It's kind of been a problem, actually. Is that straight for you guys? There we go. I don't know if I can zoom in at all, but yeah, there we go. I just want you all to be able to see as well as possible. What a fiasco! I tell you what, technology. I think I'm starting to get a little old. Having trouble doing the most mundane of things with technology nowadays. So I will just shift this over and we should be that drop for you guys, because I'm seeing nothing. Ah, there it went. Okay, so what a mess. And you all still can't see what I'm looking at. Jeez Louise. Now my camera won't zoom back out again. I'm gonna keep trying, I promise. We'll get it. So, I'll say it again, I am filming on my outdoor patio table today because it's so nice outside and because it kind of fits in with one of the transfers that I'm using today, so yay. Super excited about that. Alright, I think I finally got the camera mount where I want it, guys. Sorry, I'm looking off to the side, trying to see what you guys see. Looks like I'm finally in the middle here. Alright, this is a pineapple. Now you know what you're looking at. I got this at Target for $3, and I think it's really cool. It's very fitting for the summer, and that's why I'm doing something fun with it today. My name's Suzanne Martin. For those of you that don't know me, I am the Chocolate Lady, and I am in direct sales with Chalk Couture. I am what you would call a designer. They call us designers because we all do our own individual stuff. We just use their products to make things, or we just sell their products. And what Chalk Couture has are vinyl silkscreen transfers, chalk paste, and chalk inks, as well as surfaces, chalkboards, and they're all magnetic and they're really high quality stuff. It's really good stuff. And Also, they have different accessories that go along with that. For example, this is a squeegee. This is something that you use to put on the transfer to make your design. Here is another. This is the angled squeegee. This is the small squeegee, and you'll see me use some other pieces today. These are pieces from a small squeegee that I cut apart so I could have different sizes to work with on my projects. Goodness gracious. I'm beginning to wish that I had done my live inside where I can do my mount a lot easier. But anyway, so and then the silk screen, you can't really see on the video, I don't believe. Maybe this one will give you a better idea. This is one of our cut apart heart transfer pieces, and I don't know if you can see or not, there is a silk screen in there where you see the white, and that's how we're able to get such detailed designs with the little center of the heart here, where it's not connected to the edge. It's really cool, the stuff that they have. So like I said, this is a pineapple we'll be working with today. And if you guys wouldn't mind sharing this post while I am doing it, that would be really, really helpful to me. In a business like this, the only way people know about what I'm doing and see the products that I'm using is by other people sharing it. I share it on my personal page, I share it on my business page, and also on my VIP page, and some other direct sales groups. And that just helps me get more exposure. The more exposure that I have, the more successful that my business can be. So I would greatly appreciate it if you wouldn't mind sharing this on your own timelines while I'm doing it. That would be super duper helpful to me. So this pineapple I got at Target for $3, and it has been, I got two of them actually. There's this one with the teal side, and then another one has a lime green colored side on it, and this is perfect for a Chalk Couture project. Of course, I began to look at the world in surfaces, like, oh, could I chalk on that? Ooh, could I chalk on that? It's like an addictive thing. So I'm just sharing this on a couple of my pages right now so that I can get maximum exposure here. Sorry, give me just 1 second and we will get started on our project. I'm doing this in my backyard today, and we do back up to a road, so you'll hear some traffic noise. I hope it doesn't affect your ability to hear me. Mute this. Alright, finally got it all set up here. So I'm going to be chalking on this today, and I thought it would be super fun to do a summer design. So we are going to use Summer Is My Happy Place on this cute little pineapple. I thought it would be super fun to do that. I'm also going to add this little heart up here and a couple of little arrows. These are from different transfers. This is a transfer that you buy separately. I believe this one retails for $9.99. And then we have our little cut apart hearts transfer. I think this one is $7.99. It actually comes with 6 different hearts. And then we have our little arrows. These are part of the Mama's Kitchen transfer, and it is a $14.99 transfer, but it has lots of different little pieces that go with it. So looks like you all couldn't see the heart one very well. So here's the heart one, a little bit better view of that. So these are reusable vinyl silk screen transfers. And I have actually never used this one. I got it right before I left for a trip, and when I came back from my trip, I just had a ton of stuff going on, and I haven't been able to chalk very much recently. So here's some of the supplies that you need whenever you're doing Chalk Couture. You need, of course, your transfers, and you need a squeegee. You can use any of the squeegees that we have. Like I said, I have cut this size squeegee apart to make smaller pieces to use. This is a separate squeegee that you have. It has different sizes on the angles and that kind of thing. It's good for larger projects, so you can get in tiny stuff or some bigger stuff. You're doing more detailed kind of things. And then you also need your chalk pastes. So we'll be using 3 different colors today. These are our chalk pastes. Today we're using white. This is called lemon yellow, and this one is called Thai teal. And you also need a pan of water, which I have off to the side over here, and it's literally just like dollar store aluminum reusable and disposable pans with some water in it. I have a roll of paper towels and a package of Clorox wipes. And the paper towels and the wipes are just for cleaning some stuff off. The water is where you put your transfers after you've used them. And lastly, one of the crucial aspects of this is a towel. You use the towel to fuzz your transfer. The transfers are super adhesive, which is awesome. That's what helps you be able to use them over and over again. You can get up to, what they say, 8 to 12 uses out of one transfer. And let me tell you guys, I've used a lot of my transfers a lot, and I haven't counted how many times, but I have yet to get one that has lost its sticky and can't be used anymore, which is super cool. So what you do with your transfer is you take it off of the backing, like so, and you always want to pull your transfers, whether you're doing it on a project or pulling it off of your backing. You want to go left to right or top to bottom, and not side to side. There is a silk screen underneath, and it is cut on a bias, so if you pull it from angle to angle, it can stretch your transfer and make it not lay flat as well anymore, and it can mess up your designs. So we're literally doing what we call fuzzing the transfer. I am laying this transfer down on my towel, making sure it picks up fuzz from the towel. And you do this 3 or 4 times. Since this is a brand new transfer and I'm using it on a wood surface, I actually think I'm going to fuzz it more than just a few times, just to be sure that it picks up enough fuzz that it won't stick so badly it won't come up easily. So, in case you all didn't see, this transfer says summer is my happy place. I love it. I think it's so awesome. And then another thing that I do to make sure that I'm leveling my transfers up correctly is a lot of times I actually have a measuring tape while I'm doing my projects. This one I'm going to eyeball today to make sure that I get it in the center. And I want to make sure that the bottom of the letter P there that goes down a little longer gets on the board. So I lay it about center, or wherever you want it. It doesn't have to be center, it's up to you. Down like this. I make sure it's smooth around the letters especially. This may be a little bit overkill, but I just want to make sure that I don't get any bleeding underneath my letters. It's especially important to do this whenever you're doing it on canvas. It tends to not stick as well to canvas. I literally have some birds fighting on the ground right beside me. So I thought it was fitting to do the summer is my happy place because A, this is the first Friday in my kids' summer vacation, and B, it's such a nice day outside today. I thought it would be really fantastic to do this out here. And then because I have space to do it, I'm going to go ahead and lay my heart down now. I want my arrows on either side, and this transfer will be in the way just a little bit of those, so I'm going to wait till I pull this before I put my arrows down. So I'm going to put my little heart right here in the middle. And y'all, the Thai teal color that I'm using today is my absolute favorite color. Favorite. So, okay. This is the Thai teal, and this is our chalk paste. We also make inks. The inks are fantastic. They're used a lot like the paste, but when you heat set them with an iron or in the oven, if it's on an oven safe product, it actually, sorry, the wind's picking up here. I'm trying to make sure my stuff doesn't blow away. It actually heat sets and becomes permanent, so you can put designs on mugs, on bakeware, on t-shirts and hats, and just you name it. It's It's pretty versatile. I used mine on a Yeti style cup recently and I love the results. I use it every day. If you all look through the photos on my page, you'll be able to see that stuff. So here's my paste. I can already tell it's a little thick. So all I did there was add just a little bit of water with my squirt bottle and give it a little stir here. You don't want it too thick. It actually needs to be like a thick yogurt, actually. That's the perfect consistency, where it drips just a little but not runny. And these little stirs, they're cake pop sticks that I don't use for cake pops, so I use them for my chalk stuff instead. And because I am doing a larger thing here, actually I'm going to ombre this. It's become my new favorite thing to do with the chalk stuff. This is a little thick as well. I'm going to add just a little bit of water here and give it a mix. And when this gets a little dry, this is all you do. It's this easy to like bring it back to life, I guess you would say. This is a good consistency as well. So my plan here is to do Thai teal here, Thai teal down here, and lemon yellow in the middle. So I'm gonna need a couple of different squeegees to make this happen here. I think I'm gonna do my lemon yellow with this squeegee and then use the Thai teal. Nope, switch that. Thai teal with this squeegee, lemon yellow with this squeegee. So I'm actually gonna lay the lemon down first because it's the lighter color. And don't worry about getting too much. You just scoop it up on your squeegee. You put it where you want it to be. In this case, and I'm gonna be using my finger a little bit with this just to blend it out, which is another reason why I have my paper towels over here. Put it where I want it. I'm gonna leave it a little thick in the places where I want it to blend with the Thai teal. Otherwise, you're scraping off the extra that you don't need. And you're reusing it every time. So it's okay if you get it a little thick. You're scraping off and reusing it. It's not a big deal at all. Okay, let me leave a little bit of a thicker line over here on the bottom. Scrape this extra off of here. And my point in scraping it here is to try to get these extra lines off. They show up in your design a little bit, and it doesn't ruin it, but it just looks a little more polished if it's nice and smooth across the middle there. So I've laid that down. I'm working a little faster than I might normally inside just because of the wind blowing here. It'll dry it faster. So here's the Thai teal. I'm smoothing it over, making sure that I cover all of the silk screen while I do this. And I'm actually going to put it thick right here and then use my finger to blend these colors together. Same down here. Make sure I cover all of the silk screen. Now I'm going to use my finger to blend out my two colors here. And I kind of just do like a little back and forth, side to side thing. You can see where it's starting to blend there a little bit. Bring it down some. I'm going to get a nice like yellowy green in the middle. And then the same thing right here. My yellow's already starting to dry. Dries a lot faster out here with this drier, warm air. But it's going to look so cool whenever I pull this off. I love these colors. They're so blendable. I make a lot of my own colors too. So now that I've got that all blended in there, I'm just going to grab this from the top and pull it down. And there it is. Summer is my happy place. You can see my Thai teal already started to dry just a little bit on here, and that's not a big deal. What I can do is lay this transfer back down after I wash it off, and this dries completely, and just touch in that just a little bit where it started to dry some. And in light of that fact, I should have added more water, and I will for this next little part here. I'm actually just going to do Thai teal on the heart because it's like my favorite color. So I had dropped my squeegee into my water over here, I'm just wiping off the water and the extra paste that was left on my squeegee so I don't get any chunky pieces of dried paste back in my paste container here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do my little heart here. Make sure I cover it all, wipe off the extra, and pull it up if I can. I cut my nails recently and I'm not so used to not having longer fingernails. So there's my little heart. Then I'll pop down my little arrows here. A lot of traffic today. We actually have a really nice park right down at the end of the road that our house backs up to. And since today's so nice, we've got like an extra amount of traffic today out and about, driving around and heading down to the park. Oh my gosh, I can't get this off of here. Wheel? I said I was going to use those. There we go. Let me fuzz these little arrows real quick so they don't stick too bad. Over here on my towel. Like I said, fuzzing is literally picking up fuzz off of the towel so that the adhesive doesn't stick so severely that it messes up your transfer, stretches it, or that it will actually pick up material from your surface that you're using. So I'm going to put one of these on either side here and here. And like I said, a lot of times I'll use a measuring tape to make sure that I am getting this stuff perfectly even and straight. But for the purposes of this today, I didn't feel like it was necessary. I'm going to use the yellow on this. So I'll give this a quick little mix here. And throw some down on here. Not much. I can keep it still. Here we go. And if you go off your surface a little bit with this, it's not a big deal. I like to try not to, but it's not going to mess up your design really. It'll wipe off. So it's really not a huge deal. Alright, there's one little arrow. Go ahead and pull that. And I'm laying these transfers down, face down in the water. The adhesive side sticks up. The water acts as a barrier between the transfers, so you could lay 10 transfers in the same thing of water and they wouldn't stick together as long as you're laying them all sticky side up. So here's my next little arrow. I did get off the edge a little bit there. I'll use the paper towel in a few minutes to fix that. Let me go ahead and peel this one up here. Oh, that one already started to dry. I tell you what, the wind out here is crazy. So I'll fix that one as soon as I get my transfer cleaned off and this dries completely so I can lay it back down. But you get the idea here how easy this is. My mistake in this today was doing it out here. I thought it would be easier. It just dries faster. So I'll put this a little closer to the camera so you all can see it. Summer is my happy place. It's so true. Summertime is my jam. Okay, so that was one little project for today. My next project for today is on a Chalk Couture surface. And it's our Geo Dog transfer. This transfer retails for $14.99. So, trying to make sure you guys can see the whole deal here. Let me slide it up so you can see it. And this one says, be the person your dog thinks you are. There's also some other little pieces to this transfer that can be used. There's little paw prints, and there's a dog bone. But for today, I'm just going to use these three. And like I said, this is one of the chalkboards that Chalk Couture makes. It's really good quality. It has a magnetic surface, so you can actually put magnets on here. I have made like little flower magnets using silk flowers that I bought just at like Walmart to make stuff with, and I love doing that. It's a nice way to add a decorative touch that's like a three-dimensional as opposed to just a flat surface decoration. And the only thing I'm going to use for this one today is my white paste. But now that I know it's going to dry so quickly, I'm actually going to wet it a little more than I normally would. And I'm using my spray bottle. I just squirted a couple of squirts in here. Looks like my dried paste from the lid flaked off on it. Give it a little stir here with my cake pop stick. One of the things I love about these cake pop sticks is that the little lip on the edge there keeps it from getting onto my table. Not that it's a huge deal because it wipes off really easily, but... And we're going to do this one in stages today. I'm going to start up here and move my way down, peeling as we go, just because of the temperature out here is kind of messing stuff up. So I'm just going to get some paste on my squeegee, like so. Too much, not a big deal. You're scraping it off anyway. And make sure it gets in the silk screen well. And you scrape the extra off on the edge of your thing to reuse later. And there's one. Like I said before, I already fuzzed these, but this was a brand new transfer. Is only used like once, and this surface, it sticks a lot better too, so I fuzzed it pretty well. And it's still kind of difficult to pull off here. Be the person your dog. Like I said, I'm sticking this sticky side up into my water. And we're gonna do the dog next, same way. I put a lot of paste on my squeegee here. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna scrape off the extra and reuse it. Make sure I'm covering every bit of the silk screen. Once again, sorry for all the hassle with the camera. I set it up differently out here. I'm using my umbrella pole to mount it to, and my mount had it all messed up, and Facebook Live wouldn't let me turn the camera angle. It's kind of a mess, but I got it worked out. Go ahead and pull this one. Top to bottom or side to side. Never pull it at an angle. It can stretch your transfer and mess up your design. Sorry about the noise. Like I said, my house backs up to a road that is kind of noisy and busy today because this nice weather, more people are out. Sorry, my transfers are kind of sticking together there. And then lastly, this little bit here, and this design, it's just using one surface and one color and one squeegee, and it's super duper simple. Like I said, this squeegee retails for, I think, $4.99, I'm pretty sure. And the transfer for $14.99. And the paste color, oops, got off the edge there. The paste color is $12.99. But it's reusable, so I could potentially make this over and over and over and over again. And this chalkboard retails for $39.99. And since I got off the edge there, I'm going to show you all how to clean that up with my little paper towel piece here. I'm just getting a little bit of water on it from my pan over here and wiping it right off there. There, all cleaned up. So this is the new deal. Be the person your dog thinks you are. These transfers are so fun. And look how easy that was. One paste color, one surface, a squeegee, and a transfer, and it's good to go. And with all these extra pieces that come with this transfer, I could make this into a lot of different kinds of things. I could have totally skipped the dog and just done the bone with a paw print on either side. I could have put be the person your dog thinks you are all together and done a design on the bottom, or I could have turned the chalkboard sideways and done a design on it that way. It's so many options that you have to do with it. I really appreciate you all joining me today. If you have any questions or you'd like to purchase anything, I will put the link to my shop on this post. And thank you so much.